Freedom fighters, I'm back with another one. Today's topic, they'll never let you escape the Matrix. I was watching this video the other day that popped up on my feed called 5 Gang Members, 1 Fake.
I'm in a gang.
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 I am in a gang.
And this channel does these videos all the time. They do like what they call odd man out videos. And it'll be like, 5 millionaires and one's not. And then it's basically like a game of 21 questions where they ask questions and figure out who's lying about whatever subject or topic they're doing. Well, this video doesn't have much to do with that actual video, but at the end of this video, the guy was saying, like an ex-con like me, an ex-piece of shit, gets a second chance and gets to be free. And I'm thinking, like, you never get to be free.
Someone like me, an ex-gang member, ex-convict, ex-piece of shit, has a shot at that American dream. As long as there's breath in our lungs, we have an opportunity to change.
There's always a second chance, and I'm just hoping to give a young person that hope that he can change his life, and hopefully will.
They never give you that second chance. And I mean, I guess it means different things to different people. He says in that video that he now runs a multi-million-dollar company or something like that. He's very successful. So yeah, I mean, he's better off than he was doing what he was doing before. I'm not sure exactly I can't remember what he said he was in there for. But I mean, I know you can get your voting rights and stuff like that back, so maybe he can vote again. Depending on his crime, I'm pretty sure he's not able to be armed. He can't defend himself or his family. And I know you can get those rights restored as well. Most of the time, as long as it's like a non-violent thing, you can get them restored. But, he's thinking like, oh yeah, I got my second chance and I'm free. And I'm like, not by my definition. It's not freedom. I mean, I'm glad that you're living a better life and, you escaped the situation you were in, but believe me, you're not free. And I think it never goes away, but as long as you're a felon, they also can, like, search you whenever they want. They don't even need probable cause. They pull you over for a taillight and they run your record and they're like, just let me in the car. And you can't deny it. They can do whatever they want, basically. You're just a subject of the state at that point. And then I know you'll say, well, if he's not doing anything wrong, it shouldn't matter. Well, I mean, are you free or not? It's the principle of it. But anyway, I saw that and thought it was interesting. Wanted to get the take on what you guys think about that. But yeah, I mean, you can't escape the Matrix. And there was also this one show one time I used to watch called The Alaskans. And I can't remember exactly where it was at. I mean, in Alaska, obviously. But, the part of Alaska was this part of Alaska that's, like, untouched by man. And you had to have, like, a special permit or something to live there. I mean, they've been there for pretty much ever. But the government was canceling that contract. And they said it only goes until the death of their last child that's currently living there. So in about, 60, 80 years, something like that, no one's going to be permitted to live there anymore. And who knows what the government's going to do with it. They're probably eminent domaining it for, mining rights or whatever. They're going to pillage the last bit of wilderness left. But, I mean, essentially, those are the only people who are outside of the Matrix. And they're even telling them, like, you can't do it anymore. Your family can't live here. Your last child can live here, but that's it. That's where, it cuts off. Yeah, and there's a lot of people, you hear on here a lot. People are, like, saying they're living off grid or something. Most likely, you're not living off grid. I mean, I get what they mean. If they have a like 100-acre homestead and they have a well, and they don't pay for water, and they're not hooked up to the grid. They're using a wind turbine, or they have solar. Sure, you're living off the grid, but the government still owns your land. You never actually own your land in America. They could take it from you whenever they want. They can do whatever they want. You still have a postal address. There was another show in Alaska called Life Below Zero. And one of the guys on there, I can't remember exactly what happened, but he got into some legal trouble. And the cops actually had to fly out to his little village because it was so remote. But I'm like, there's no getting away from these people. There's no getting away from the system, And then there's, what was that other one? I can't even remember, but, I mean, it's story after story. And then you got Bill Cooper, of course. And I forget exactly what Bill Cooper was. Was he in the military, or was he a former alphabet guy or cop or something? But he pretty much exposed them. He saw what, the government was doing, and he bought his land, and he thought, hey, this is all I need to do. I met my obligations. I paid for my land. He built his own house. And he's like, I'm not paying your extortion fees. I'm not doing anything else. This is an illegitimate government, and I'm living my life over here. And he said, you're going to have to kill me if you want to do anything about it. Well, that's what they did. Because you're not allowed to escape the Matrix. You're not allowed to be free and separate yourself from these people. And the guy who can't be spoken of on here, AJ, he used to have a website called Prison Planet. And I mean, that's what it is. You're imprisoned here on this planet by these demons. And they won't let you separate. They won't let you get free from their system. You have people like Andrew Tate and stuff as like the modern day, he uses that term a lot, the Matrix, escaping the Matrix, or he'll say, the Matrix is after him. And it's basically like, yeah, you're trying to be free. You're trying to get away from these people, and you just can't. They won't let it happen. Eventually you get to a certain point where they'll get their judges or their corrupt legal system to screw with you. And then, luckily for him, he's at least he meets that threshold. He's talked about this before, where at least you can pay some people off. But, for the regular little guy, like, you're screwed. There's no getting out of it. And there's no getting out of it alive. I mean, that's the main point, is, what are you willing to do to be free? And I hate to break it to you, but we're all going to die one day. And I guess with that being said, you know what I always say? We are on our own out here. No one's coming to save us. Get right with God, because only He can save you. Freedom Fighters out.